Ta-da!
What's up?
We are
What's
here.
up? What's up?
Guys, I really live for that intro. Like the music gets me going. I
Yeah, I
get
love
live
the
like
music.
it's
I'll be
time for
bouncing
the
to it.
show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they get me ready.
Definitely
Yeah.
triggers excitement.
And you
You
know
know what I mean?
Rihanna's my girl, so
What?
it's already
Oh.
that.
That wasn't
Rihanna been my
Rihanna
girl.
though, was it? That was the boy.
It's the remix.
What? No, it's
What?
but I'm talking about the song.
Oh, yeah,
Talk
yeah,
that
yeah.
talk. Yeah, talk
Yeah.
that-
Wait,
Mind you,
that was definitely Rihanna singing.
It's definitely
Yeah.
Rihanna,
Talk
but
that
Yeah,
talk
I'm not-
is her song. I'm
Was
talking
it's
that
not her.
Rihanna?
No, not
That is
singing.
Rihanna.
Not
That-
singing.
that
No,
is-
I
Yeah,
think
boy,
that
I
was
like it, yeah.
I don't think that was Rihanna.
That's not
That
Rihanna
wasn't Rihanna
singing.
singing?
I think it is.
No.
It's Rihanna's
I'm pretty
song.
sure that's
Album's
That's
Rihanna
Rihanna's
name is
singing.
Talk That
song.
Talk.
Okay, let's listen one more time.
Her voice
I
is
know.
just turned
It sound
down.
like her.
Her voice is turned down.
It does not sound like Rihanna. Are you?
It's
crazy?
You
Rihanna.
guys
Her voice
ready
sounds
for
like
me to
Rihanna.
tell you who it is?
Who is it?
It's definitely not Rihanna.
It's my friend Lyric London. He's like a choreographer.
Really?
Oh,
He
okay.
created the intro.
Okay.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so he literally
Okay.
vocalized that. He didn't like tweak up Rihanna voice.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? I don't
It sounds good.
I
It's
think
her
he
song.
did.
Like you said,
It's not Rihanna's
sounds
voice.
good.
Even
He
if
was
he
on
did
the
tweak
first
her voice.
episode of Voice Chat, and he created an intro for us.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You got to go back and do the Voice Chat history. You
Yes.
son of a bitches. He was on one of the first episodes. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, and so that's
What's
how
up,
the intro came about. But yeah, how's everybody doing?
I'm
Great.
doing good.
Good, we
With a
good.
T at the end.
Pleasant.
Yeah, had a pretty smooth week this week. Feel like it was a lot of deadlines that I had to get past, but you know, like every week I'm here, so I'm
You
ready.
look good. I'm liking this Chicago Bulls sweatshirt. I need one of those.
Yeah, go and get you one. I got it from the thrift. I love
I-
thrift.
I need one of those, and I need like a vintage Chicago Bulls like snapback, and I cannot find one. Like I kind of want like that old like Michael Jordan like.
I love the '90s like
Yeah,
aesthetic, the
very-
old throwback
yes.
aesthetic. I love it.
Mhm.
Love it.
Can't find one. I got a Lakers one from Urban Outfitters, but I cannot
Mm.
find a Chicago Bull. And Miles,
Mm.
I'm living for this, Butch Queen Model S vibe you've been giving.
What
me.
is Butch Queen exactly?
Just kind of giving me like boy in
Butch
the
Queen.
picture. Yeah, you're
Like-
kind of giving me more of a
like-
masculine, like but kind of feminine energy.
I feel like that's how I am. Like, very much in the middle, always. I mean, I portray a certain image online because I do like to express myself that way. But on a daily basis, I kind of like to blend in as much as possible.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like you're
just-
low key a boy.
I am a boy. I identify as a male species.
Yes,
I'm a physical
yes.
male in this life, So this week has been very much as the world turns, living in this world, kind of just grinding, trying to do what I can do. I don't know, or do what I want to do, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how the week's been, as the world turns. That's how it's been a lot.
Yeah,
And
for
kind of
sure.
just, it's kind of like I'm watching a movie, It's like, wow.
So if you could describe your week with a movie, what movie would it be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm.
I describe it as a movie that hasn't, it's a bunch of different movies happening all together. It's a movie multiverse with different movies happening at once. So it's really hard to put my finger on it. Like, seriously, it's crazy. And do you ever have those moments where you're just like realizing like, wow, I'm on a planet? Like, I don't know. It's just so weird.
That's like existentialism. I have that sometimes. It's kind of like I'm a person. I'm here.
Yes.
Think about
It's
how many
so
people are in the world. Yeah, that's
Like if you ever just look at your hands, it's like, oh my gosh.
like I'm a being with power.
Wow. Sorry, enough of me.
About that at some other time. I'm telling you, you could go for that.
Sean, how are you? I mean, first of all, you've been having the Instagram popping with your stories and stuff. I'm like, okay, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, Sean,
With
I'm
the
putting this stuff out
filters and
there.
things. What's
I'm
popping?
doing all right. I mean, my week has been rolling, which is really good because I just came back from that storm. I finally have water again, so that's really good.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So I'm appreciating that. I'm warm
wow,
and
that's
stuff, so
right.
there's nothing really to feel ungrateful about, and I'm glad to be here.
You sound like you just stood up in church. You know what I mean? Just kind of like I'm right, you know,
I'm just saying I am,
Right.
but really from what I
It's
went
testimony.
through for those 2 days with like no water and no electricity, that's crazy. Like it really does make you look at life like, damn, the essentials are important.
yeah.
For sure.
Well, I definitely
Definitely.
understand that. One thing that I
Yeah.
realized
Makes me
is-
want to prepare.
Yeah, you should though. Like real talk.
Like, this
you
can't be
should.
the last thing that happens. I mean,
Mhm.
we get very comfortable in this easy living. But I saw someone post, we're like a house of cards. One thing kind of falls out of order and
Everything
all
else
just falls
and
down.
everything just falls
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. But for
Yeah,
me, it's
pretty
just
trash.
been a week of being tired. Like, I don't know, like sometimes when I get overwhelmed with work and I start feeling like depressed and shit, like I end up like I need to kind of release energy. So I found myself building like out a whole nother studio in my other room. And I
Right.
just like ended up taking several trips to Best Buy, buying computers and cameras and all kind of shit. But I was able to decompress, but sometimes I
Nice.
was feeling like so full of energy and anxiety this week. I don't know what it was. Like, sometimes you just start feeling stagnant and stuck and like, where am I going? What is the plan? Like, I don't know.
Right.
It was just one of those weeks for me. Like,
Yes.
what's next?
Right.
And so, like, it was a lot of creative blockages for me, and I was just like, I need to let this out because I'm feeling like stressed out. So I haven't got a lot of sleep. Honestly, I'm tired. Today, after this show, I'm going to go have brunch with my other boys because I need like to get out of this energy. Like,
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even sleep last night because I've just been like so busy doing shit. But I'm here, and I'm glad to be here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I had kind of a week like that, but I kind of gotten out of it. And it's not like I was in a bad mood. It's hard to put my finger on what I was feeling. I remember I was in the car driving. I just had to let out this big scream. Like, it was just so weird.
Yeah.
I'd never done anything like that
I definitely
before.
Those are
Yeah.
my favorite. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Working where I work, man, like I take my lunch break and I scream. And it helps me. I'm telling you, like, because that's a heavy environment to be in, working in like therapy and shit.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, yes.
That's crazy. I need to find a better way to like actually meditate and kind of like gather myself, my thoughts.
Yeah, definitely
all together.
meditating.
Well,
Yeah,
I bought,
yoga
I
nidra is
bought a
pretty cool.
singing bowl. I bought a singing bowl
Oh,
this week,
yes.
so that helps.
I
That
seen
helps.
that.
I just play that shit, and I'd be like that
Woosah.
shit really. You feel like a bit of a weirdo, but it's. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
worth
that's
it.
something.
I created
yeah,
a
but
whole
the energy
meditation over
waves,
there.
but the energy waves are actually healing, though.
Yes, yes,
Definitely. You could feel it.
yeah.
And yoga nidra too. You could do that. Yoga nidra puts you in like a trance, and it helps
I
you
never
like
heard of
train
that
your
one.
mind and stuff. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
find
it
it on
does.
YouTube. It's called Yoga Nidra.
Oh,
It'll
wow.
have you. So it's one of those things where you can do a 30-minute yoga nidra. They say it's like 4 hours of sleep, 2 to 4 hours of sleep.
Mhm.
So if you haven't gotten any sleep, and this is a good tip, like hit up some yoga nidra.
That yoga nigger better help me out.
Yeah, not getting any sleep, that's like a vicious cycle. Like,
Yeah.
I've been
All right,
hearing
listen.
Sorry.
No, sorry, but go ahead.
Oh, no, real quick. I hear you're more prone to psychic attacks with lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
kind of like Freddy
believe that
Krueger
too.
kind of thing, But
Mhm.
anyways,
All right, so we want to be on time this week because last week we went 3 hours. So we're working on a schedule, guys. So we're trying to keep the show an hour. So we'll see how we do today. But what has been a controversial topic this week? I mean, it's always controversial when it's involving me and these basketball wives. But I just kind of want to know what you guys thought about it. Like, OG, colorism. Like, okay, let's not even jump into OG. Colorism is such a big thing right now in 2021. Like, everybody is like hypersensitive, and I personally feel like we're in a climate right now where people are using words like trigger words, like colorism and colorists and prejudice and these different phobias and things like that to kind of like trigger certain movements or push certain narratives or pander to certain groups of people. That's how I feel. And I just feel like we're in this heightened state of like sensitivity right now that anything can trigger someone to be canceled. And speaking of that, there was a conversation that was happening on social media this week about a particular basketball wife by the name of OG. And whether or not she's ugly, or and whether or not the women on the show are colorist or featurist. Is that a thing? Is it featurist? I don't know.
I've never heard of it
Colorist,
before. I've heard of
featurist.
colorist, obviously, but featurist,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
I
pretty
get
much,
it though. Yeah.
but, you know, that was the discussion. You know what I mean? And I talked about it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the chick. I mean, I'm not gonna say it so harshly. Is she ugly? No. Is she beautiful? Absolutely. All of us are beautiful because we're black, we're beautiful, we're human, we're existing. We have fingers, we're breathing. You know, we're beings. We're
all
beautiful.
special
Life is
snowflakes.
beautiful. You know what I mean?
We're all
Right,
supposed
is
to be
she
making an
pretty?
impact.
But is she cute? Is she attractive? In my opinion, is absolutely hell no. But other people feel like that is an insult. And so I want to know what you guys think about OG. Do you think that she's cute?
Okay,
I mean, you really don't.
Not this
You're not
picture.
necessarily a color.
Can we have
Let's
some
get
more
into the features.
like other pictures?
Let's get into what she's doing here.
She's not a bad looking girl. She's not bad looking to me.
Let's talk about all of it.
Okay, let's talk about
She's
all
not
of
the
it.
best looking,
Okay,
but
look,
she's
okay.
ugly.
I was just trying. Let's
You did try.
Okay, I was trying. I was being petty. Okay, let's go ahead.
I saw that picture. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, look. Okay.
oh, not that one.
That
Okay.
was fine.
It's the face she's making.
Okay. This one?
Honestly,
Okay.
as long as it's not that
Okay,
first
so what
picture.
so
'cause
what is
they're
she
all
doing?
the same, I think.
Okay, let's not be funny. Okay, so what is she doing? Okay, so what's the problem? Miles, you go ahead, because I've already said what I said. So go ahead. I want to hear what you guys got to say.
Okay. For me, at first glance, do I look at OG and think she's attractive? Do I think she's cute? Do I think she's pretty in the sense of just first glance with all my judgments that I've been taught throughout my life? No, I do not. But I understand why I don't think she's attractive. I don't think she's attractive because your perception, which is it's your filtration system for the world. So the filter you put over your picture, that's what your perception is for your real life. So the reason why we don't find her attractive is because she's not the standard of beauty. And the thing also, there's another side to that. I feel like OG is trying to fit into this baddie Instagram, baddie girl kind of look. Like I wear the straight hairs and the makeup and the beat face. And, we want to cry colorism, which I do believe exists, and featureism, which I do believe is a thing. And if you want, but the thing is, you want to fit into this mode of Eurocentric kind of style, or you want to fit in. You want to fit in, basically. And whether you want to fit into Eurocentric or just to the group, you want to fit in, and they're a Eurocentric kind of vibe group, which is most people, like that's their standard of beauty. Anyways, OG is attractive, but we don't find her attractive because we don't see things from that lens. That's not our perception. That's not how we were brought up. Our standard of beauty is people like, I don't know, Gabrielle Union and Britney Spears. People with Eurocentric features. Gabrielle Union, she's slim, like her face is slim, But if you want to, I think it's colorism is part of featureism. If we're talking about black on black people, colorism is part of featureism because I think featureism, if you ask me, is bigger than colorism.
Can I just say this real quick? Look at Jen and look at OG. I think Jen is a bad bitch, and she's dark.
And that's why I say featureism. That's why I say colorism is not bigger than featureism. I believe featureism is the beast, and colorism is under the umbrella of it, kind of. Racism, featureism, colorism. Because you like her feature. We like her features more, and I agree with you on that. I like her features more off first glance from my personal filter. And the only way to assess your personal filter is to kind of look outside yourself and see, why do I find this more attractive than that? And I agree with you. If I'm being real, I find her more attractive than OG, but I know why. You know what I mean? I know it's because how things are in the world. I don't really have to go into detail, do I? What do y'all think? Like, it's through our perception.
I think for me, what it is the certain, like the product. So it's like the hair, the eyelashes, things like that. Like I feel if she went for a more natural look, she would look more pretty. It just doesn't seem congruent to who she is. That's just my opinion.
But all in all, she's not ugly though. I wouldn't say she's ugly. She's not the prettiest girl in the room.
Well, she looks ugly when she's trying to fit into a white woman's standard.
I believe, and I agree with that.
Why is she trying to fit in with white people, but everybody else is?
Everyone else is, and some people can fit in better than others, and she is on all the way at the other end of the spectrum. And her features can be beautiful, but it's the way she presents her features.
I think the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody thinks that she's good looking.
I mean, of
I
course,
honestly
yeah.
don't.
She look
honestly
like
just
Wesley
don't.
Snipes right here.
Don't do
Honestly,
that.
don't think that she's
Don't
that
do that.
bad.
No, I
don't.
agree with you. Beauty isn't the eye
No,
of the
she's
beholder.
not. I don't think that she's bad, but I definitely feel like we could switch the weaves up to something more natural looking. You know, we can look at how we're dressing and we can touch on it like a Viola Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she dresses. Those kind, like just the way it's like. Go ahead. What?
No, I just want to get to the featurism because the featurism, you know, it does exist, but I feel like it's not fair to make it seem as though like if you don't like certain features on a person that you're being prejudiced or you're judging them because we all have.
You're not choosing to.
Preferences.
You're
Yeah, we
not
all have
choosing to be. You just are.
But
You're
let-
not
but let-
choosing it. It's just the
but
way
let-
it is. It's
but
just
let's be very-
in us.
But Evelyn, while I think Evelyn looks better than OG, I'm not going to sit here and act like Evelyn don't have a big ass forehead and a long face. Like we all have different features that aren't the most flattering. It's the way that you design and contour the face with the makeup and it's how you wear it. And I just feel like OG has not mastered her face.
She hasn't. She's trying to fit this Beverly Hills pretty girl status, and that's not her.
Rihanna's
look,
got a
naturally.
forehead out of this world, but she's one of the baddest bitches on the planet.
She can work it though.
Yeah, she like I think maturity in her face, along with the fact that she learned how to work it. I think it like and I feel like OG needs a different stylist to be real.
She looks decent here, but did you see her? She's trying to contour her nose to make it thin.
Exactly, and that's why it's like we can't cry colorism that want to fit in.
Right.
Be black.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, I do understand white women black women they had to assimilate. It's kind of like a bunch of mental things.
I'd like to see.
And let's not get into the conversation of OG being a proud. She's African, right? Isn't she African and proud?
Yeah, she's African.
You know, Africans already think they're better, and Caribbean people think they're better than typical Black Americans. So put her in a room with a bunch of Caribbean people, or let's put her in a room with a bunch of Black American people and see how she acts then. Is she gonna act better then? I don't know.
The bottom line to me, and I feel like, and then this would be my final thoughts on this. I feel like a lot of Black people, a lot of Black women, a lot of people like the underdog story. I think OG panders and uses the colorist thing as a way to get attention and to come against the girls on the show. And a lot of times people are subconsciously jealous of, the people that look like they are more successful, prettier, whatever the case may be. There's an underline of jealousy when it comes to the fans, the viewers, us as subscribers. So we want to like lift OG up like she's this bad bitch, and it's just like, okay, well, if OG is so fine, so if you could list the housewives from 1 to 10 without using 7, you know what I mean? What would OG be on a scale of 1 to 10? You're not using 7. What would OG be? And
come on, Kevin Samuels.
And
yeah, that's my Kevin
Samuels.
Samuels.
Down.
And if you can put and if OG's so hot and Evelyn's so ugly and everything and she's so beautiful, give me a list. And I was gonna do this, but I didn't really want to spark up the shit. I was gonna say I literally had the thumbnail and everything. Put in order the list from the housewives from hottest to not in order, and you tell me where OG sits. And I guarantee you, nobody's gonna put OG at number 1 because it's just not true.
You're right.
And I think many people even care. No. I think a lot of people even give a fuck about this, and they go so hard on OG and they want to protect her so much because they know deep down that she ain't that cute. Because if she was that cute, they wouldn't give a fuck about protecting her. That's why they don't protect Malaysia. That's why they don't protect Jen. These are dark-skinned girls, but they don't protect Kristen. Why? Because these are bad bitches, and they've been on the show for years.
Armand,
why
you're right.
They colorism? Why aren't they hollering? Now you got this ugly ass bitch on here, and now it's all of a sudden their colorism. Jen been slaying these girls for years with labels. Designer been the darkest bitch on the show, eating the girls. Malaysia's one of the baddest bitches in the face on that show.
You have to understand why you see them as that, though. You need to understand. It's one thing to say, okay, they're ugly, but it's even more empowering to say they're ugly to me, and I know why. Because I see things through this certain filter, this perception. It's all personal to you. I can't tell you you're wrong, and you can't tell me I'm wrong because it's all about your personal perception and what it means to you and all that. I think you're right, but it's like, can you understand why you see her as less desirable? Because I understand why I see her as less desirable. Because growing up, that was not the look.
No, she's because not the beauty standard. She's just not what
I don't think it's ever really been the look. the blend. It's the blend I feel like is off. For what I mean, this is just my opinion. When it comes to the wigs, the weaves, like what she's doing, it just doesn't match her aesthetic.
She could just use better assistants,
and that would help. That's what I've been saying. That would help. I think she would be attracted to maybe an African dude or a foreigner or something because those are the facial features.
She could be attracted to.
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. Now, would I hit her up? No, that ain't for me. But I'm just saying, you know, everybody has their own preferences.
Here's the thing about OG. She's trying to fit into this certain standard, and that's where she's messing up. The thing is, I don't feel bad for her because she's crying colorism, which it can be true, and featureism, which it is true. It is true. But you're also trying to fit in. So I can't really feel too bad for you. But also, I can understand why I see her the way I see her.
But it's only colorist because she's not cute. Because it's not colorist when they're jumping on Jen and when they're shading Malaysia. No, why? Because they're considered the standard of beauty. No, they still
and that's why I say featureism is the monster. Featureism is above colorism. And it's the features first they look at. So it is featureism.
But that wasn't her argument at first.
No, I'm not defending her. I don't know her. I don't even know her story. I'm just talking about what I know. And I know that featureism, yes, it is still featurist to not support someone because you think they're desirable. In my opinion, if you think, oh, I'm cute or whatever, and you feel like they could talk shit about me because Miles is cute, he'll be all right. Like, I have friends like that. Or let's take a picture. We're taking pictures in the mirror. Miles can be off guard because he's light skinned and his hair can do this. And I gotta look cute though because I'm dark skinned. You know, referring to one of my friends, you know, so it to me that is featureism too.
Yeah, but going back to
so I can look any type of way.
I understand what you're saying, but my issue with her is the fact that she led with colorism, and now it's kind of like, okay, girl, you got the teacher, let's get over.
You know, now, she's here for a storyline.
Now it's because she just told Kristen, well, you took the lighter girl's side over mine, so you're trying to pander to the dark, and now people are like, well, wait a minute, there's other dark girls on here. Now she's leading with, well, it's the features. So it's like, girl, you're never going to be satisfied. First it was your skin tone, now it's your features. What next is it going to be? Like,
I mean, overall, I'm familiar with the show. Overall, OG has an aggressive personality. She is confrontational. She will argue with you, and when you're like that, you're going to attract attention and drama of all kinds. So I mean, I don't really feel bad for her in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, she has kind of like a masculine energy. Like, she's going to come at you. So, and just dressing the way that she does, I feel like she needs a better stylist, you know, to hook it on up and to bring out the features that she does have instead of assimilating to like a standard that we have, because it ain't working. Like, that's just me being honest. It ain't working. It's the highlight, like the color. You need some Fenty Beauty.
Your cheeks like
I know you need some Fenty Beauty because I know you ain't wearing Fenty Beauty. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't ugly, but she ain't cute. Period. That's my thoughts. But let's move off this hoe, because I mean that's just because it's really not about her. But I just kind of wanted to get y'all take on it, and you know. But I said what I said, and none of you motherfuckers in the comments, listen, y'all can sub, y'all can dip, bitch. I done in there, got the t-shirt. I don't give a fuck. See ya, sayonara, bitch. The bitch is ugly. I don't give a fuck. Now, I said what I said. So speaking of other news, now, Chow, someone has sent me an article that this is another ugly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is a man though. Now, y'all know this man is ugly, but you know, people don't judge.
People don't feel bad for men.
They don't feel bad for men. And they never feel bad for men. That's the other bullshit.
Oh yeah, let's not even get into that right now because that's a whole episode.
Like, really don't.
That's a whole episode. I'm ready though. I'm ready though.
That's the other bullshit that I just can't. But anyway, right. Don't be a gay man. You know.
Ooh, but okay. It gets real confusing.
So anyway,
and you know, people are actually surprised that you are cute and gay. Like, why you've heard that, Jelon, I'm sure. Like,
too cute to be gay. You look too good to be gay.
Like that's like, okay, so in order to be
but
gay,
cute to who? Cute to women?
Right.
I'm attractive to women.
You look too good to be,
and it is coming from
not be giving me your sperm.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, get into
Can't take it.
Okay, so now apparently, well, let me pull it up because this is we've seen this on where's this Inside Jamari Foxx. Now this was some tea, I thought. Hold on, let me get to it, Chow. The people. Okay, so When Bible study turns into a church orgy in the shower, on my knees giving thanks. So the T is, I'm assuming now. Ooh, I can't really play that, but this guy, Terry Wright, is like an owner of a funeral home or whatever, and I guess this man and I'm gonna scroll up. All of these men were together. At the church, or they work at the funeral home, or some tea like that. This article is kind of vague. However, it ended up in like a threesome. Now, a foursome. But mind you, this is the man's wife. So he's got a wife, and I'm assuming kids. And these people are like having. I really want to play the video, but I can't play the video. But know that there's a Twitter link video on here. You guys got to go find the website, and you can see it. Like they're having a foursome or threesome. It's like
it's three.
Yeah,
it's three of them.
and
This guy is in the middle, the old man, and like he's on his knees, and then he's sucking
the dude in the white shirt not in it.
Yeah,
dude in the white shirt
he's not in it, but these three is in it. So
are y'all going to heaven?
So my thing is, what is going on in the church where these men are married, but then when the church doors close, they're sucking each other off in the pulpit?
Well, I feel like it's typical because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in churches that actually turn people away from church, and it's the truth. So this isn't like maybe the fact that it was a whole orgy surprising, but a lot of pastors have done some really dark things.
This shit does not surprise me. Like, this does not surprise me. They be the main ones. They be the nastiest ones. They be the most conniving ones. Just don't surprise me.
Have sex,
it's like using the power. It's using your power and your authority to manipulate somebody into doing what you want them to do.
I know.
Wait, what? They were raped?
Wait, power and authority?
I thought they just had sex in a church.
No, I'm talking about a lot of times.
But they all have their own lives going on. They have baby mamas. They got wives. They got their own shit going on too. That's what I'm saying. The conniving and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Lots of people are conniving because they cheat.
It's the church's fault. It's the religious fault. It's the women's fault. It's because they don't allow these men to feel comfortable to come out the closet and be gay. They don't allow people to be gay in church. How many times? I don't know if you guys ever been to church, but whenever I used to go to church, they're always trying to pray a spirit off of you. They're always going to pray the gay out of you. All this shit. So now you got all these people that cannot get delivered from being gay. So they get married to these wives, and they all homosexuals in the church, looking at each other's tight ass and tight cocks on Sundays, bitch. And the moment they have a bishop's meeting, they're sucking each other's dicks. That's what it is. People cannot feel comfortable to feel free and be homosexual and go to church. Do you know once they found out that I was gay, I didn't get to be on the praise team. I couldn't be on the praise dance team because that wasn't what men should be doing, and especially a gay man that had a spirit on him. So guess what I had to do? I'm delivered. That makes you feel better.
It's above me. Wait, sorry, I don't know.
I used to be a really hardcore Christian, and that was something that I struggled with growing up, was like being gay, and the fact that a lot of the churches that we did go throughout my life, like they were trying to speak against it. So there's a lot of guilt that comes from that. You know what I'm saying? And the church does not make it easier.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I've never been to involved in actually going to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know where my heart lies and stuff, and on my religion and stuff, but as far as like actually going to church and stuff, I just always strayed away from it because of the obvious. You know what I'm saying? They the worst. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't have to go to church at all to know about Christianity and homosexuality and how they don't mix like water and oil. My mom's Jamaican. People around us are Jamaican. She will literally have conversations about these gay people out here running amok and doing all this and that, they're fucking dogs and cats, with people we know, people who seen me grow up, and they're just having conversations. She's just, because she knows I have these feelings, just talking, just So I've been exposed to the homophobic environment for a long time, and I've made peace with them. What do you mean, Jaylon, when you say you don't? So you're Christian?
Yeah, correct.
I'm curious, like, do you still feel accepted by that God? Like, because are they lying or are they not telling the
I
truth? I'm
feel
confused.
accepted. I feel accepted by my God. I do. You know what I'm saying? But as
Like,
far as the
which God
actual
is it? Is it
environment,
the one in the sky, the Father? Like,
my
which
Lord, my
God? Like,
Jesus, my
which
Savior, you
God
know what
is
I'm
this?
saying?
Like, which God do they even celebrate?
The
Like, I
Lord, you know what
understand
I'm saying?
Jesus. I understand Jesus and ascended
God and
master.
Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean,
who
and
is God
the
the
only,
older Jesus?
yes, yes, he is.
Okay.
He is. That's his father.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So in the religion, like, cause I was Christian. I don't claim religion. I'm more of the relationship type. Like I don't cause subscribe to any more religion because I feel like religion is like a fucking cult and it's a money grab and a bunch of weird shit, sorcery, if you ask me. The same thing that they say about spirit, new age spiritualists. But anyway, the thing is, but there's times where I feel like, I do have this thought process where I feel like, listen, I'm gay and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? And I feel like God loves me. But then I go back to when I was a child, and my mom and my stepmom and the pastors, they used to tell us, well, listen, eventually you will grow up and feel like you're okay with it and your God loves you. And it's called having a reprobate mind, which is like you think everything is good, but you're still on your way to hell. You just accepted it subconsciously.
No.
But not
See, that's
necessarily.
what
It's
And
just
that's
like
my
everybody's
one
problem.
saying.
thing. One thing
Mind.
I never really got hit to is like why are we ostracized for this one sin when people sin every day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I feel like a lot of
Maybe because
Baptist
we're here to
Christians
set the
try to.
world free.
Yeah. I feel like that as well. I mean, for me, that's part of the reason why I went from being such a devout Christian to elevating to spirituality, because spirituality is all about free will. It's the ability for you to really just be free and discover yourself.
Exactly.
And the law of karma is in place so that nobody does anything that's out there too fucked up. But other than that, I mean, you get to explore yourself and be who you want to be. Whereas with Christianity, I did feel at points growing up like it was very trapping. I'm like, all the things that I was, Christianity was not. So reading the Bible and hearing about yourself going to hell is very scary as a kid.
Is it even in the Bible or do they just say it? I don't even know. But I do know growing up, when I do things, I like to do
So
things
the
fully.
story of Sodom and Gomorrah,
I've heard about that, but like
that
I want to
is
know the
pretty much that
details.
story.
You know what I mean? Like the Bible verse where it says homosexuality is wrong, or were they just running amok in the palace and that was just one of the things on the list?
And everybody burned. Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
I used to literally tell myself, and I was a Christian. Like I would tell myself, I'm such a Christian. I have these conservative views, and I'm so fine with going to hell. I know I'm gonna praise my God. I'm gonna praise my God, and I'm gonna go to hell. But hopefully He will forgive me when I get there. What the hell was I thinking? This is like middle to high school. What the hell was I thinking? Like, you have people literally growing up thinking that. I know I'm not the only one. There's nothing new under the sun. So you have literally people growing up thinking that. That's why I can never really deal
For a
with
short
that
time,
religion.
I agree.
Because it
For
seems
a
like
short time,
foolishness to me to believe that there's some older white man in the sky playing God. And what he just, does he only own Earth or does he own other planets? Or we're ignoring NASA? Like, or is God like the freaking center of the universe, the center of the freaking energy source that we all come from? And I believe in Jesus any day. Jesus, Jesus down. Yes, Jesus. And I believe in other people too, all other ascended masters too. He's only one of them. And some of you will be some of them too in lifetimes. Don't let this religion disempower you. Please. You do not have to wish to go into heaven.
Yeah, I've heard of that. The ascended masters like Jesus,
And,
Buddha, the Dalai Lama, like different
right.
people like that. Yeah.
He's
And
only
just
one.
and
And
just
these people
being
have
connected
egos
to
too.
source.
These people
Yeah.
have egos too, because there's ascended masters you will never hear a word about. But Jesus is a real being, but he's an ascended master, and he's letting you know about him. I'm just saying, not every ascended master lets you know about them. You know what I mean? He has an ego too.
Also with the Bible, the thing that I always question, because I'm very philosophical, it's like, okay, this is translated by a human being. Human beings have ego. Okay, so did they write it down for their own best interest, and now we're all following the same thing?
Oh,
Those
you
are things
know it.
about.
You
It's like
know
that's
it.
how you structure society to do what you want it to do. So
Calm down. Sorry.
No, I mean, get into it because I mean, I don't know. It's that
triggering
thought
for
process
me.
where you're like, bitch, I don't ever want to die and go to hell based upon someone something that someone I love, and because I didn't choose this, I would have never pushed the button and said, "Let me
Right.
be gay and have a hard ass fucking life. Let me be in a
That's a
position
fact.
to where I'm
Because it's
judged
its
every
own
single day."
struggle. Like, yeah, it's its own struggle growing up. I feel like, especially in the time period that we grew up in, I guess for kids now it's a little bit more accepted because we have platforms like this. But I'm talking about like for when we grew up, that time period was rough because that wasn't accepted.
But we're lucky enough to come here and experience this transitional time.
Right.
I
Right.
also do believe, and I'm sure Sean might agree with this, like on a higher level, we did choose to come here and experience this certain lifestyle on a higher level that we did not choose necessarily in this life,
Yeah.
to come here and
get what you're
experience
saying.
this level of
I agree.
rejection. And I feel like we are helping the world in a certain way,
I mean, no one can speak
We're all-
to something
we're all
with
pieces.
as much force as somebody that actually has been through
We're
it.
here for a
Like, if
reason.
you've been through it, you can speak to it.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like there is a reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I think that when it going back to these men having sex though in the church or being men of God having sex, like how do you guys feel about that? And a lot of these men are married. A lot of these men have wives and girlfriends. Like
Back in the
but
day,
I
they
mean,
was doing that.
That ties back into what you were saying, though. I mean, if society made them feel more comfortable with who they really were, you won't have to deal with that. So it's kind of like,
Is it because they have women as their partners, or is it because they're cheating? You know what
I mean, I feel like it's both, because those are both things.
so
And a lot of times it's just like telling somebody, okay, don't think about a pink elephant. Okay, you probably thought about it. It's like when you're tempted to do something, or like you shouldn't do that, you're gonna go do it. A lot of times, especially with religion and all of that structure, like I don't feel like it's good. People should be able to evolve and be who they want to be. And when you're in that kind of
Go ahead.
What?
Finish.
When you're in that kind of
No, go
religious
ahead.
atmosphere, there's certain rules you got to follow, and that's it. It doesn't change. It doesn't evolve. Like the Bible's been the Bible for years.
I think whether if you believe in God or you don't believe in God, I think that sometimes going back to the church, people think because you're gay that you can't love God. Gay people love God too. Whatever you believe in, gay people
church
are
and
spiritual
religion
too.
are different.
So there's some people in the church. There's times where there might be a gay man that wants to be a pastor, but religion will teach you that, well, if you're gay, you can't be a part of this ministry because you have this sin. So it's like people have to hide themselves just to worship God. Like there are a lot of people.
Let's find a new path. Let's find a new way. They told us this is the way. This is not the only way. This is not the way. We all got little pieces of the puzzle. Every religion has a little bit of the truth mixed in with a bunch of foolishness.
But some people like to be Christian, and
that's fine. That's fine. But you're trying to fit into something that doesn't accept you. I'm supposed to feel bad. And now the Pope accepts gay people. Does that mean God accepts gay people? No, it does not.
No, but I think that's why.
I don't want to lie to myself. So when I do things, I like to commit to it. I fully believed I was going to hell too. I fully stopped believing. Now I'm fully spiritual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed on the spiritual thing.
Yeah.
But
spiritual, you don't have to deal with all that.
But if you're praying to a man in the sky, is it spiritual?
But if we're going back to why these men are having sex and having to do it privately, it's because they still want to be a part of that said religion. So speaking strictly Christian religion, there are people, no matter what we say, we can, because you're talking about a bigger picture. We can talk about that all day long.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But no matter what you say, there's still going to be Christians in the world.
You're right.
Christian religion is never going to go away. So, and they're going to be gay Christians. However, they're having to hide because they won't get certain positions in the church because of their lifestyle. So then in turn, they have to end up doing sneaky shit just to keep their positions within the church. That's why they're doing it. So there needs to be a normalizing of gay people in the Christian church.
I mean,
but if that's not part of the religion, we can't ask them to do that. That's why I say let's branch out.
That's true.
I've always thought if we just wrote a whole new updated Bible, because a lot of the stuff that they talk about in the Bible, like updated to 20.
How about we just I don't know.
Like,
Just put that stuff in a museum and let's move on.
we could.
Let's combine all the religions to one, and let's look at our
going
notes.
Going back to what Armand said, for the people that do
I'm kind
like
of here for what you're saying, Miles.
you know what I'm saying? For the people that do like
I
Christianity, we can keep a little bit of that, but let's update the rules a little bit because we don't live the same way.
I believe in Jesus. I believe Jesus was a real man, and he is a crazy, multidimensional, all that. Yes, but the God, who is this God? I don't believe it's this older white man in the sky. I believe it's, in my mind, it's more of like an energy source. I don't know where, but
I feel like God is. I feel like God is within us, and Jesus
and in us,
Master.
Definitely,
like we're all pieces, and we're supposed to be doing something special with our life. Some people do it, some people don't. That's how I feel.
Definitely all pieces. We're definitely all pieces.
So
we definitely all give a different piece.
We think that we should. So what is our final suggestion? Change the what? What do we think?
Let's move on from pigeonholing ourselves into religions. And that's spirituality to me. Look at all the texts. Don't just look at Christianity. Like, it's like looking at one political news thing. And remember, someone told you to believe in this. Sorry, okay, that's the bigger picture.
No, I get it. I just feel like...
but doing your research, bottom line, do your research and figure out what you actually like. Because a lot of us were raised to be Christian because we came from Black households. That's typically what that is. So if you want to spend time researching what you really want to do that, a lot of times Christianity does stray you away from other religions and certain things, just like tarot cards and stuff like that, just because it's a form of divination. Like, you should be able to explore and pick what you want to pick.
Yeah.
But I think
pigeonholes you. Why do you pigeonhole yourself? Gay people are meant to bring expansion to the world. We're not meant to pigeonhole ourselves and try to be Christian.
But why do we think that these men are married to women and having to have secret sex?
We know why.
Because they don't want to rethink their values. Yeah, they don't want to rethink their values. They don't want to rethink who they are on the inside.
They don't want to lose their position in the church.
They'd rather risk it because the other men are doing the same thing. So who's going to tell? I don't know who recorded, but who's going to tell? You know what I'm saying? Y'all all are risking the same thing. It's not like they were sleeping with other gay dudes. They were sleeping with other DL men in the church.
Right.
Clearly, they didn't give a fuck.
They were cheating on their wives. That's wrong.
They were cheating on their wives.
And they were sinning too.
And no shade.
The ultimate
I feel bad
abomination.
For the women. I feel bad for the women because there's so many men out here that are cheating on their wives just in general. But then there's another one that are cheating on their wives with men and cheating on their wives like. But also, like, I've always felt in a very indirect way that makes women dislike certain gay men because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't our fault per se, it was just the fact that your husband was having DL feelings, and so now you don't like gay people. You know what I'm saying? But too, you got a lot of these queens out here that are trying to act like, bitch, I take your man.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You got them thirsty ass girls that try to battle women. You know what I mean? Right. But no shade. There is some piece of fish. Like, I could just be walking down the street, like, if we all together, like, Miles, you pretty, y'all cute, we be walking, living our best gay life, and it's always a mad bitch that'll clock the tea and she just mugging, like, you feel like, bitch, you mad or what? Like,
I like
like, oh, bitches be so mad.
What?
Like, why are you mad? Some of them be so mad. You be like, bitch, I didn't even do nothing.
I believe Khalees said, I can teach you, but I have to charge. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So one of those situations. It could be one of those situations. However, if you want to keep hating, that's on you. Positive energy.
All right, so let's move on to our next topic.
For sure. So I wanted to see what everybody think about getting back with somebody, old little fling. So say if you dating somebody, y'all break up and you get back together, can you reach that maximum level of happiness again, or excel that level of happiness that you didn't exceed the first time? Like, can you know what I'm saying? Like,
what did they do?
I say the relationship doesn't ever come back and be the same.
No, it's not going to be this. But what did they do? Like, did they cheat?
I don't agree. I think you can. I think you can come out stronger than nothing. Honestly, I think
I agree with that.
Depending on the circumstances.
It might
depending on the
change
circumstances.
things.
Okay, so
Okay,
give us
so
the
definitely
circumstances. Give
before
us
here's
the
the thing.
better.
We're talking
Yeah,
about a
like
monogamous
what is it?
relationship, a monogamous straight gay relationship. Sorry. You know, it's like, bitch, I'm just
Yeah.
straight gay. I'm none of this and that. It's just a straight gay relationship. That's what we're talking about.
Flat out gay, right?
Okay.
Right.
So
Do
monogamous. I mean, you go into that with a commitment. It will change the dynamic, but I think you guys
I
can
mean,
grow from it.
age.
I
I
just want
feel
to
like
change the
also
dynamic for the
age is a
better, I
factor
believe.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Age is a factor too, because I mean you're still young, you know, like that young 20s era, like that mid 20s. If y'all break up and y'all do whatever y'all want to do for that last couple years and then come back together, I don't think anything is wrong with that. I feel like people as they get older, of course, they're going to be more like
Set in their ways and
set in their ways, so it's less likely they're going to change. But if you're dating somebody young and then things change and then y'all get back together, whatever, that's different.
That's true.
Maybe I misunderstood the question. I'm sorry, because I thought it was if you're in a relationship and they cheat or something, and then you guys
not
get
even
back
necessarily.
together.
I mean, that could be a situation.
I mean,
I'm
but
saying
that's
in
still
general,
the same thing.
y'all break up because of a circumstance, and when y'all get back together, can you reach that maximum level of happiness again?
Oh,
Like,
I've never got back with an ex, so I don't think so.
You don't think so, Sean? You
If
don't.
both people want it to be, if both
That's what I'm saying.
not
That's
everyone
what I'm
sees
saying.
everything the same.
I feel like if they want it to be, yes. If it's one of those situations where y'all were younger and you had time to experience life, like, you know, sometimes people get together too early. So you don't get to experience like the one night stands. You don't get to experience all that other stuff that actually growing up is kind of a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get all that out your system, sometimes that really does help the relationship.
Just because y'all break it off doesn't necessarily mean that it was cheating going on or anything major. You know what I'm saying? It can simply just be growing apart
Timing.
or timing, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that can work.
But even if it were to be cheating though, y'all still don't think so?
If it was cheating, I think so. But that's my views.
I could possibly come back from it depending on the circumstance.
Well, cheating is a form of betrayal, and once I feel like somebody's an enemy, like I can't look at you the same way.
But it's like everybody makes mistakes though. Like what if
So have you broke up with somebody before and got back with them?
Yeah.
After they
didn't work out?
After they cheated.
Yeah, it did, and I fucked it up. They didn't fuck it up. I fucked it up.
So you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. It was a situation. Like I did that.
Bitch, what happened?
Stop thinking that it was necessarily cheating. You know what I'm saying?
We're trying to figure what you because you're talking in code, bitch. What happened?
No. Okay.
How did it work? Give us an example.
So
right, because clearly you're connected to the story.
Right, you got it.
No, okay.
I'm over here curled up. I'm
just
waiting on the story. I'm like, okay.
Like you said. So I was fucking with this dude, and pretty much when I met him, he had a girlfriend, and we were just mad. We was mad cool. Like I didn't know he was coming at me like that, but when we first chilled, I peeped that he was trying to fuck with me, but I didn't know he had a girlfriend regardless. So I was with him every day for about a month or two, and yeah. So within after the first month or two was going on, we started like fucking around, kind of not getting serious, but like knowing that we, talking and
consistent.
Shit, And so
let me ask you something. Did he tell you that he had a girlfriend, or you found out?
Listen, so he ended up telling me. So like he was just like, yo, like I got something to tell you. Like I need to talk to you. And I was just like, all right, bet. Like what's up? So he was just ended up telling me like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. She off in the military right now. Yeah, like I don't think this is the right timing for us. Like I just don't think like this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not cool for us. So, I was upset, of course, but I respected him for actually telling me. Granted, it was fucked up that he went that long without telling me, but he did tell me. So yeah, maybe like a month or so went by, and he hit me up again. So he had broke up with his girlfriend, and ended that off. I guess he had took his few days or whatever time he needed, and so yeah, we started fucking around again, and we started fucking around. We came back better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though at the end of the day, he still ended up being kind of DL, which was the downfall of the relationship because he was DL. But all in all, like our connection, our bond, like that shit got way stronger. You know what I'm saying? It got way stronger to me.
Well, I mean, to me, I'm looking at the beginning and the end, because I don't know who the fuck said this, but the saying is how you get him is how you lose him. And so you kind of got him the same way that you lost him, in a sense.
Not really, because I kind of.
How did you fuck it up?
Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm like, how was that your fault? He
That's
had
not
to
him.
he cheated.
No.
He was
After
cheating
that,
on his girlfriend.
I'm talking about after we had came back and got better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
after all of that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It was situations. It was disagreements. We just didn't.
Right.
We weren't really clicking. You know what I'm saying? We weren't really clicking the best as we could because of me. I wasn't being.
And then there's the pause, and then we like, okay, what are all the words? Where we
I wasn't being the best dude that I could be to him at that time. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I'm saying that we came back better than we were the first time. Like it was more. I had more trust in him. I respected him a lot more because of.
Well, he didn't have a girlfriend anymore, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he didn't.
And that's why I'm saying it's so subjective because it's like case by case situations. Each relationship's so different.
But see, also that relationship could have been founded on the fact that there was excitement because y'all were both doing something sneaky. So once you take that element out, sometimes the relationship isn't exciting
But
anymore.
I wasn't necessarily
It's the psychology
doing
for me.
You know, I'm just saying.
It's the psychology.
That can
Professor X.
and make it like I'm just saying, like it can make
Professor X.
Because I wasn't doing nothing sneaky, and maybe he was for the beginning of the relationship, but it wasn't anything sneaky. You know what I'm saying? We had disagreements. We were not getting along. You know what I'm saying? We was not getting along, and that's all in all what led to our downfall. But when it comes to our actual relationship and the structure of our relationship, that shit came back better, like, you know what I'm saying, better than it was the first time, you know what I'm saying? And that's only just one of the situations. I went back to an ex a couple times, you know what I'm saying, but that's just one situation.
How many boyfriends
I believe
you
in second chances.
Right. How many
I just feel like I don't
three.
know if
I've had three.
Okay.
Three or four.
I feel
All
like
for at
once
least
the
a year.
trust is broken, it just don't ever you never really get back. I feel like if you're in a relationship and you do certain things, like if you get to like low, like really getting down and doing low blows or heavy fighting, or somebody breaches a trust, like you can get back together, but that crack is still there. Like you never fully heal from that. And so every time your relationship goes through a very trying time, a little piece of that relationship dies. You know what I mean?
But like the thing is, you learn from that mistake and you go back and nurture that wound.
You do, but you never. It's that scar is still there. It's still like you forgive. But
of course, you never forget. But that's why you gotta. It's kind of like a two-sided thing. You both got to be willing and able to move on and accept what the hell happened in the past. You know what I'm saying?
It depends.
But it's definitely possible though.
It's the cheating for me. Like if you cheat on me,
but it's not always cheating though.
It's just when the trust is broken. That doesn't have to be cheating.
I'm talking about for me. If you do that to me, then it's going to change forever. Like there's not going to be no, oh, let's try it again, nothing like that. Because my mind switches and I'm not about you anymore. You know what I'm saying? But other stuff, I can see that, being mended and fixed or whatever, but not the cheating factor, because that's trust on a different level. Like it's supposed to be me.
Cheating can be a lot of things. It's a lot of things.
It's an agreement. It's a contract. You broke the contract. So what's good? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it.
I guess I can see where you're coming from. I get it. I believe it. You are a little fuzzy.
It's because I'm don't worry about it. I'm trying to upload something else on another computer. But keep going.
Me, let me use the restroom.
Go ahead. I'm sorry if I'm fuzzy, guys. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. We got it. I'm fuzzy, but listen, let me see if it we're about to wrap though. So listen. Am I still fuzzy?
It's a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to upload another video. It's like a 2-hour video, and I'm trying to upload it in 4K, so it's using my Wi-Fi. So I'm sorry. But I personally feel as though, you never really get back. But I mean, you saying that you can, but you're also young too. Though,
I think you can. I mean, but it's only going to get. I'm only going to get more understanding as I get older. I've only gotten more understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the type to get stuck in my ways and like. If I believe in second chances, I believe that I feel like because I fuck up.
So that's where it's coming from, though, because you're thinking like, okay, well, I fucked up, so you should forgive me because I'm not gonna fuck up anymore. But for that person, they may not be.
But not necessarily. I'm not even saying that I fucked up in every situation that I would go back to. Maybe it was them. I just know we all fuck up. You fuck up. I fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all fuck up. So it's like, how would you feel if you genuinely didn't mean to fuck up and, you know what I'm saying, you really wanted to be back in the situation, but they weren't willing to because of a simple mistake, a genuine mistake. You know what I mean?
And this is where
or
I think
a misunderstanding or whatever the case may be.
I think it just goes to experience because, you know, I'm a lot older than you, but a lot of all my relationships, and I fucked around with a lot of niggas, and, you know, I can honestly say the shit dies. You know what I mean? Not completely like where you break up, but like there's animosity that gets built up. You know, when you get into arguments, that shit somehow flies back into the conversation. You like, you still mad about that? Like, nigga, you was the one who was fucking around, but you did this. I'm like, oh my, it's like that shit always gets brought back up, which means it never truly goes away. Like, I've never had a relationship where the shit never came back up.
Yeah, if y'all can't go on without bringing old shit up, then it just don't need to be. But I'm the type, I don't do that. I'm not pulling up old shit from the past, whether if it was me or you that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like I said, like maybe I'm a little too forgiving sometimes, but I'm very forgiving. Like I know niggas fuck up. Shit.
So
I'm not just a one and done type person. I'm really just not.
So no, even if you're not there, so if the nigga cheat on you and you like, okay, I love you, whatever, are you gonna just forget and you're gonna be like, all right, or the relationship can get back and just be like peaches and cream, you know, 5 years down the line because he cheated on you. You'll forgive him completely, wholeheartedly, never bring it up. You'll never feel insecure about him cheating on you again. You just get over it. Once you've made your mind that you're gonna take this person back, you never get insecure again about him cheating on you.
I feel like if you do make that decision to get back with him, you can't be insecure and shit again. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
You can't. No, you're
right.
You
know what I'm saying? You can't.
I mean, you can get over it, or you can go see a therapist, you know, see somebody like me. I can help you out. But I'm just saying, like, it's either one of the two. I feel like if you don't get over it or go talk to somebody about it, it's going to keep coming up. Because I was listening to what y'all were saying. And people have a way of opening that book and throwing that shit in your face. Remember,
like I said, if you fucking with somebody like that, then you don't need to be back with them, period. You know what I'm saying? But
sometimes people
transform with somebody like myself.
Like they transform into that. They don't realize they're gonna be like that till something happens. They feel like they can forgive, and then all of a sudden, here we go with all these old things you did. That's why I said either forgive or go see a therapist. One of the two. Talk to somebody. Some people don't know they're turning into that. You don't know.
I can tell you, I've been on both sides. I've been in a very abusive relationship. I've been cheated on. I have cheated. I tried to get back with the person, and it got to a point to where he didn't trust me. I didn't trust him. So, bitch, I would cheat because I felt like, bitch, you would cheat on me. So then it would get to a point. It was a tit for tat cheat. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. That's why I said I wouldn't do that, because I would be more tempted to do it back to you, like you did it to me. So now it's open for me to do it to you. Like, that's why I just don't.
Let me cheat on you, then I can get over it. But if you cheat on me,
no,
and then I can't. That's how I was. That's why it didn't work. And we fucked around. It was a mess. The nigga burnt me and everything. It was horrible.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? But I felt like I was the type of person where I felt like, bitch, there's no way that I could sit here and be in this relationship and just after you done went fuck all these people, and I'm just about to be back with you. Hell no. I've been passing up a lot of shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I use that as an opportunity, bitch. First of all, if I take you back, I'm definitely finna go entertain this over here first. Now I'll take you back. But then at that point, the relationship is just a mess. It's just over.
Done, right.
It seems to me it's about when the trust is broken in general, no matter like what it is, it's like about the trust being broken, whatever that is for each individual relationship. Because, it seems like so many different things and variables in each relationship. But if that trust is broken on any, on the level that it's founded upon or whatever.
Seeing the comments, why when a couple breaks up does it have to be cheating? I'm not talking about cheating, y'all. Like,
right.
Y'all are the only ones thinking about cheating. I'm not.
Okay, so what are you talking about then?
That can be included, but I'm not just talking about.
Well, he's saying when the trust is broken.
When the trust is broken, period, or just have disagreements. You grow apart.
So what trust could be broken outside of cheating? Like you got to give us an example. Like,
because that's a big one. Most people assume that's going to be it. Like, that's the big one.
You can get through almost anything, but cheating is that's the big one.
Well, that's because that's what we're told to say. That's the big one.
No, motherfucker, that's big.
Because we said that's the big one.
One of the biggest. That is one of the biggest. Like,
because there's a lot of that's the exchange of energy, that's the feeling, that's a risk.
I guess it depends on what kind of relationship people are in and like all that. Like not every relationship is the same. Like I don't even date people my age. Like I don't know. I just it's just different vibes over here.
A traditional one-on-one. Cheating has to be the biggest thing.
Like, just because you break up with somebody don't mean that you got to be cheating. Like,
not every relationship is monogamous.
Most 9 times out of 10, my relationships, we were not cheating. We just grew apart.
Okay, so what about? I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe stealing money. I think somebody said that taking credit cards. That's a trust thing.
Never fucking that's kind of a trust thing too. But that can be included too. I mean, but it's just like what I'm trying to say to y'all. Like I said.
Yeah, stealing, that's terrible. I mean, to me, stealing, that's trust broken right there. That's another one. There you go. That's a big one. That's bigger than me. You steal from me and you don't have to?
That's so ratchet. That is so
cheating
ratchet.
And still, okay, so those would be things that
maybe cheating, lying, you know what I'm saying? Like
lying.
Just like
lying, you can get through. Lying, I feel like you can get through. Like if you,
but not everyone sees it that way. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it depends.
To me, lying, I can't look at you in the face. At least cheating, okay, I caught you, whatever, you're sorry. We're animals. We're animals.
What are you lying about?
Are you lying about the fact that you like the sex and you didn't? Like, are you lying
no, some people just do white lies, little lies, and that can be bad too. Some people don't like that.
Because I don't like lying. Like, don't lie to me.
Like some people just lie about little things as a protection mechanism. But you know, I'm just saying some people might see that as a bigger deal than someone cheating because it's like maybe you might see it like me, like we're animals, you know, we are physical males, even if you don't identify.
Cheating boils down to lying in a sense because you lied that it was me and you, and here you are doing what you want to do. So cheating is lying. It's
just that there's a like more tangible thing.
I feel like it's added on to it. Not only did you lie to me, you had a physical interaction. Right?
It's like a manifested lie, kind of.
Yeah, like okay, now not only have
like
you
a physical lie,
what you lied about.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of other things in cheating.
Why are you so red?
Cause
I mean, it is.
I mean, what about abuse? Isn't that like a big one too? Like we're acting like cheating is the only thing. Like you like get slapped in the face a little bit.
Physical, but you know, a lot of people stay in that. A lot of people feel like
that's the thing because they're not cheating.
But you would go back to that, right? A lot of people do.
Well, they're not cheating. It's not the biggest thing. They're not cheating.
No, I mean,
you know what? But you know what though? I bet you there's a bunch of people that are saying that right now. Well, at least he didn't cheat on me.
Right. No, it's not our fault. It's just the way it was shown to us. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, the big plot twist is when they're cheating. Boom. But in every media.
But cheating is so different. Like cheating, there's so many different levels of cheating now too. So
I mean, there's the emotional cheating. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of that, telling all your days and stuff to somebody else. Then there's the physical part. But you know, I think they said. I mean, again, this is research. You know, because I'm always researching. They said that there is like the females are more hurt by the emotional side of cheating. Like, oh, you're texting her, you're telling her about your day and all this other extra stuff. And then men are more physical. Like if you physically go and fuck somebody else, then I'm pissed off.
Right.
So what would be the deal breaker for you? Everybody go around. What would be the deal breaker?
The physical.
Physical? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Physical.
Like,
no, to me, definitely emotional.
Like unlock something in my head, then after that, I'm good. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like okay, the case is gone. Like, no.
Mine's probably physical and emotional too. Like,
so yours is both.
Both.
I think that'll hurt me more than you cheating on me.
You're not taking anything. For me, definitely the what hurts for me more would be the emotional. Like if you emotionally are connecting with someone more, like you're just gonna fuck someone. Like okay, like oh my God, we're all animals. Like I don't know, like you wanted to fuck, you felt like you wanted. I feel like it's in a lower vibration to have resistance to things sometimes. You know, not saying you got to go do every single thing, but if you just do what you do in a high vibe, I don't know. I just see things different. I don't see things like, oh my God, they're cheating on me. Like, well, I see them as you're my life partner and this is what you did. Okay, like this is what we're doing. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's keep going through life because you're my life partner. You're not my freaking slave.
I'm with that. You know,
but that's just.
I don't
see cheating the same way. media depicts it.
Trust.
Trust.
Yeah, trust. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a couple artists that have a song like that. Who has a song
Just the
called
trust.
Trust?
But how does one get into an emotional, like, so it's flirting with the boy or Instagram or talking
Entertaining
in the DM? Is that
Entertaining.
That's not emotional for me.
I feel like if
That's
you're in
porn.
the DMs,
That's like entertaining cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel
yeah,
like
that's
if you're in
form
the
of-
DMs and
Is
y'all are
that
having like
bad
a
to
consistent
entertain other people in
conversation,
the DM?
It depends on how
not
you're
bad,
entertaining them. Are you just having
Yeah,
casual
it's not
conversation?
that
Sorry,
bad.
Sean.
like no, but I'm saying like if it's one of those things like they comment, you coming back or whatever, they say that's nice or whatever, cool. But if it's like an everyday good morning kind of thing and y'all are talking about each other's days every day and this and that, like, and then you find yourself talking about the person you're with to that person, complaining, people do that.
Right.
But at the same time, like there's the
crossing the
emotional
line.
part. You know what I'm saying? Like go see somebody for that.
What about
Don't
the
be-
person what if you liking the person, all the person's pictures and they liking all your pictures? Is that flirting? Is that cheating?
I mean, that's
flirting,
obvious. That's obvious flirt. That's
Flirting doesn't
flirting.
freak me out as much.
Let's
People
talk about
flirt.
it.
People
Is that
flirt.
necessarily
Yeah.
liking your pictures is not necessarily flirting, but blowing your shit up is
So
It's flirting, but what's wrong with it? It's cute. Like, I don't know.
That is flirting. That is flirting.
It is flirting. It's a form of flirting. It
Like,
is.
You're trying to help out their algorithm.
But it's
Trying to help out their algorithm. That's all.
it just depends on who it is though, because I like a lot of pictures on the bitch. If I'm not checking her out. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the same.
Social media is for that, to be social. If it's public, why can't I like it? It's not pornography,
people
right?
naturally flirt. They do it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? You can.
No,
like
after
whoever
3
pictures
pictures,
you
it's
want to.
definitely.
Yeah, it's flirting after about 3 pictures.
It's definitely flirting.
And then once y'all start in the DM talking about each other's day, like you step way too far.
Well,
If you're in a
that's
relationship,
different.
you
Yeah,
can rein
yeah,
that shit
yeah.
back. Like that's just how I feel.
That's
Because
cheating.
sometimes people
Is
get
it
emotional.
cheating? Is it
when-
cheating?
Not
Yes,
to me.
yes, and you know what? To
And
be
I'm
honest
the
with you-
emotional one.
No,
I thought you were
it's-
Flirting
physical.
is not cheating.
It's the people. To be honest with you, it's
Flirt-
the people.
Flirting
that
is
are-
not cheating.
Flirting
the
is not cheating?
Not to me.
It depends on what the level of flirtation
Flirting is part of my job. Like I literally go, like people comment under my stuff,
Armand,
to
you said it
promote their
yourself.
stuff.
No, I'm not in this. I'm asking. Flirting is part of my job, but
For me,
I get ringed up still though. Don't get it twisted, but I still have a job. Bitch, I get ringed the fuck up. Still.
I'm talking about when you start going in the DMs and having conversations, that's cheating. And a lot of people that don't believe that certain things are emotional cheating, they fall into actually cheating because they're so open to the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, this is fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. And then you have that rough moment. Your nigga ain't doing you right. You know what I'm saying? And then here you go with this person you've been talking to and they understand you, and then you fall into it and you look dumb. Like that's usually how that works. So you have to have some kind of boundary for it. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't flirting like when you're working like at a bar or you're working at a
Right,
restaurant
flirting
and you're
is not always a gateway to cheat.
you're talking to someone, you're making them feel good. To me, you're flirting with me. I feel good. I'm gonna tip you good.
I'm a bartender. I'm a bartender. You gotta flirt for them tips.
And not even sexual. I'm talking just being nice.
It's a quick. What it is a quick boom boom. That's it. Once you get into conversation, that's when it is cheating. You're cheating. But when it's a look or something, people do that. It is what it is. Human nature.
But just because you have a conversation with somebody don't mean you cheating.
Okay, let me ask this, and this might be a lead off for next week because this is a good one. I need everybody to listen because this pertains to all of us. This is a very good one. Okay, I just seen in the comments, and I think we talked about this last week. But listen, so is anything really cheating if you're not married? And we know that most gay relationships, we're not really married. So are you technically really in a real relationship?
Fuck that. Yeah, you in a real relationship. Fuck that. Fuck that marriage shit.
Is it cheating?
You're not in a legal relationship, but you're in a real relationship.
I feel like if y'all, whatever agreement you got, if y'all both agree that that's not the kind of relationship that you have, and you go off and do that, that's cheating. If y'all agree,
marriage is 70% paperwork. So
gay people just started being able to get married, didn't they? Give us a break.
People that are married that aren't married, so it's not like
right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's still cheating.
But you know, they say if you, because somebody told, I was on the phone with this woman, but straight people say this. She told me, she said, you know, if you're not married, if you're still single, and technically you are, because when you do your taxes, it's married or single.
No,
Yeah.
definitely
Like
legally.
I said, that's nothing but
Legally.
government shit. That's nothing
Legally,
but
you're
shit.
single.
That's nothing but paperwork.
But you do have a
Let's
real
be real about it.
relationship.
Like, let's be real
Legally, you're
about it.
single,
Like,
but I also feel like that
So
could come from
morally,
somebody
you're
that
not,
wants to
though.
use
So
that.
morally and ethically, you're not.
Exactly.
If we're looking at on paper, no, you're not. But sometimes people will use that to go do what they want to do. Like
A piece of paper, though. Come on, that's the government.
I've never heard anyone use that to do what they want to do yet.
Right.
I mean,
That's-
I just see.
I have. I've heard people say I'm not married, so I can do what I want to do, and it's like, okay, but
That's just because they didn't give a
you wasn't
fuck.
saying that last month.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask another question. Can you be friend? Is that cheating if you're still friends with somebody you fucked before or follow on Instagram or
That's not
or
cheating.
Facebook?
No,
Is
It's
that
not
cheating?
cheating.
it's not
Look at your
cheating.
face, bitch.
Now,
Look
if
at
it's
your face.
constant
Look at your-
interaction, like if you're
Look at
constant,
your
like
eyes, bitch. You got the motherfucking look in your eyes. You like that, bitch.
Yo, it's not though. It's not because I'm being honest. I'm not. I'm being honest. It's not.
That motherfucker like, fuck no, that ain't cheating, bitch. Y'all not finna do that to me.
Okay.
sitting in the
It's
hot
not,
seat,
for real though. It's not.
sitting
It's not.
in the hot seat.
It's not. I'm just being honest. It ain't my fault. Y'all think everything my opinions is hot, but that's really how I feel though. Like,
How is that not? So that's not cheating. So what if y'all communicate via likes and like likes and spamming the likes and stuff? Is that cheating? Y'all fucked before. Y'all was like, and you're already not you now, but I'm just saying, and a person is in a relationship. Are you friends with those niggas? Are you still kiki? Is that cheating?
I mean, friends, that's a bit excessive, but are we
Oh
cordial?
no, friends
Yeah.
meaning like on the friends list. You're a follower. Y'all don't talk on the phone. Y'all don't link up, but y'all might chat on the comment and
It is
like
what
a
it
comment.
is. Like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that's
John,
I mean,
it's
if
social
you're
media.
interacting with each other, that can be a form of cheating though, because y'all do have history and shit. But
Sean, he
for
not
the most
fucking with
part,
it.
just
I'm waiting.
Sean, what you think, Sean? Go ahead.
I feel like it depends on the interaction. Like if they're liking your stuff or whatever, okay, cool, you can like their stuff back. But if it's constantly every day, y'all are, and then here we are DMing and all. Once you start having that conversation, you're rekindling a tie to that person. Once you get to that point, it is cheating. It is. If anything, honestly, if you can't go and tell your partner what you're doing,
Right.
you're nervous about it, then that's considered cheating. So if you anything that Jaylon, anything that you're doing that you can't tell your partner, it's considered cheating. That's how I view it. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
It's based off of the agreement that you guys had. If y'all have an open relationship, cool, do it. That's y'all. But if y'all have one of those one-on-ones,
You're taking it too far. You're saying open relationship. What do you mean? Like, just because I'm following an ex on Twitter or
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
like
I'm
that's
not
what I'm not
talking about
understanding
you, but I'm
But-
not
no, no, no,
talking
no,
You're not talking about you.
I'm
You ready?
that is doing it. Even
No.
then. I'm just saying in general, just because you're friends with them on social media doesn't mean a damn
Of course
thing.
not.
Like,
It
That's what
doesn't.
I'm trying to say.
that
That's
doesn't
what I
mean
was trying to
shit.
It
say.
doesn't.
I'm not even talking about.
You ain't got turned up, bitch. You like, fuck all
I'm
that.
saying in general. If y'all got
Okay.
that
It's
agreement,
just
you
like-
have the agreement. If you don't, then you don't. Anything that you're doing, if you can't tell your partner you're doing it, is
But I
considered.
agree with that. I definitely agree. I agree.
I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Agreed. If you keep your secrets, then I guess that's definitely a form of cheating. If you keep your secrets.
Yeah, that's a good
Agreed.
one. I like that. If you're keeping secrets.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, but realistically,
Like I said-
we all keep stuff to ourselves. I mean, as long as it's not
We do,
something
but shit like that,
damage.
my nigga knows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
shit like that,
Yeah.
we discuss. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I mean, and there it is. Like that's not cheating because y'all have that kind of situation. I've always thought of somebody that that was my partner, as somebody that I was friends with as well as being with. So we
but
should.
then
Be
again, I don't be liking that when people are so. I mean, even though people are a product of their environment and they've been through what they've been through, so they're going to act accordingly to what they've been through. But I just don't be liking the I don't want to say uptightness or like insecurity shit, but I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, though, honestly. I'm just very secure in myself in our relationship, so I don't get offended by shit like that.
Well, I think
Oh,
we're
yeah.
at 1 hour and 15 minutes. I mean, we did it. I mean, does anybody else want to add to it or wrap it or what? What we got? What y'all want? What y'all want to do? Anybody got any? Miles, you've been kind of quiet over there with that. How
It's
do
the
you
relationship
feel?
topics for me. I mean, I just don't see relationships the same way you guys do it.
Okay, well, tell us about it real quick.
I have. I mean, I'm very like aware of the human condition, you know. So I feel like, well, I mean, I believe Sean is too. Obviously, he's a psychologist or whatever. But you know, I feel like we kind of fit into this. We try to fit into this modern living, and sometimes, like with cheating, it's not the ultimate sin to me. It's more so, like you said, it's general. If you break my trust, whatever which way that is, I don't know. I don't feel any. I just don't. It's a bunch of foolishness to me. I'm very plain with my relationships. There's a problem. Can we fix it? Can we not? Okay, most of the times we fix it. We move forward. I'm very simple. It doesn't. I don't know. I just don't get caught up with the. It just, to me, it's a lot of busy work. It's a lot. I don't know. It's just okay. Yeah, I just don't care about relationships like that. I mean, I care about relationships, but
like an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship.
no,
Like,
the
so
thing
what,
is,
like, are there any
I don't care
guardrails
about
to your
relationships in the sense of this traditional way where if the trust is broken, that's it. Like if the trust is broken, whatever that is, I guess I don't have. Here's the thing. Not that I don't care about relationships. I don't have the range. I don't have the range for relationships. Like I don't have abundance of relationship experience.
That, though, like that one, if the trust is broken,
right?
I'm sure we can all agree on like that's it. And whatever trust is to you, then there it is. For me, trust is cheating. For Armand, that might be the case, but for y'all, that's not. If you break trust, it is what it is. It's
right.
It's
the most relationships, the relationships I've had, like in high school, I guess. I've had some adult relationships, but the relationships I had in high school, they just kind of turned me off from relationships. I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of drama. It was a lot of like, and I'm more of like, not going to say anything, just going to let you go ahead. It just wasn't, I don't know. So I'm not this relationship kind of person, you know? I'm very much not into it. Like, if you love the person, you want to move forward, you move forward. You're my life partner. We're partners. We're doing this, you know, we're moving through life together.
See, this is the changing of the vocabulary for me every week.
Like, but that's the thing; it's so subjective. I don't pigeonhole myself. We can call it a relationship. It is a relationship, but it's how I see it through life. If I'm going to be with someone long term, I need to accept they're going to mess up, and hopefully they understand I'm going to mess up too because I'm not a robot, and neither are they. We're not going to do the same things perfect every time. You're not going to want to. It's not going to be fancy and bubbly all the time. Bubbly feelings. I'm a realist with that. Like I'm ready to get into the settling. When I'm getting into a relationship with someone, I'm in the settling mindset. I'm like, how's it going to be when all these feelings are gone? Oh, yeah. You know, you're not buying gifts anymore. It's kind of boring. We're living day by day, whatever. How is it going to be? You know, I kind of move to that. Okay. I go to the bigger picture. Like you said, I go to the bigger picture. Sure. That's why these little back and forths with the relationships and what do you want to, what's cheating, what's that? I don't know. Like, it's cute. I just don't have the range.
That kind of thing, though, does require conversation because if you talk
about
it, you know what to expect.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that's how I'm.
If you want to go with the flow and see what happens, you can find yourself in a lot of situations. And I'm saying that because I know. What I'm saying is, like, you need to have expectations for something. What is it that this person can't do to you?
You guys got to understand. Also, I'm a sex worker. I get naked publicly. I can't really. I'm not like you guys. I can't really be. Oh, you can't cheat on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a sex worker.
If you find somebody that's like yourself, then it's going to be a lot easier for you. Like Sean.
Yeah. Oh no.
If you find somebody like yourself, it's going to be somebody.
Oh no, I don't date people like myself.
You find somebody with the same mindset like you is what I'm trying to say, though. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Like, exactly. You find someone with the same mindset, and that's what I find.
And you find that out by having a conversation. Like, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you have that conversation,
I don't go into relationship guessing.
Know a person.
I don't go into relationship guessing now.
Some people do, and then they end up in those situations.
The thing is, I'm not a relationship person. But I'm a people person. I understand people. You know, I am a relationship person, but I am not familiar with relationships. I don't have this range to talk about them like that or these experiences. I really have only had 2 like adult relationships. You know, I don't know. And I live differently from you guys. So like when you live overexposed like that, you kind of it's just different. I don't fit into that category of where I can be commanding this, that, and that. Yeah, I can command certain things, but certain things like monogamy.
So what kind of things can you command?
Yeah, what kind of guardrails do you have for your relationship, or are there any rules at all?
Are you just not ready for a relationship?
No. What kind of guardrails? But that's the thing. I don't live life like that.
So it's just a free for all, just whatever. Just
no. I just.
That's what I was saying because that'd be a little dangerous.
No, it's just I just don't. I guess like you said, we see when we get there. Obviously, I don't want you to freaking go have a threesome, go fucking raw. I don't know what do you want from me.
Do what you want to do, and then if it hurts me, then we can go ahead. Like no.
But that's the thing. That's life. You don't really know till you get there. Sometimes, like, what am I gonna do? Like, watch the girls on Girlfriend, those toxic girls, and like say that's what I want. This is what I need. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna be this, and I'm just gonna wait for this perfect human being. I don't know. I don't really have these guardrails. It's just. Don't have an emotional connection with someone else. Don't have this, you know what I mean? I want our emotional connection to stay sacred like that. You know, if you have sex with someone else, it's not going to break my anything.
Like, what does that entail? How do you know that that's an emotional connection? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it's an emotional connection because I feel the emotions in the connection, and we're building a relationship. And if you have a physical moment with someone else, to me, that's not breaking the relationship you already had. Like they say, you can not talk to a friend for years, and the friendship is still there the way it was, like in storage. You know what I mean? The relationship's still there.
So someone could be with you and sleep with one person a month, every month, as long as y'all are together.
I'm saying I'm a forgiving person.
No, wait. Physically, though, because it's only physical.
If that's the relationship we have set up, sure.
Okay.
You know.
Would you agree to it?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that. But is there something wrong with that? If that's the relationship we have set up, that's the relationship we have set up. You know, it's so subjective.
What I was saying, a conversation. Have a conversation with the person. Have a conversation with the person so y'all know where y'all lie. Just like what Jalan was saying, like y'all have to be on the same wavelength.
No, you can have a conversation with a person, but yeah, great. Have a conversation with a person. Yes, exactly. And it depends on that person and that situation on what cheating and breaking your trust is. Not everyone sees things the same way. I just don't see life through this same view.
I think people are misconstruing Miles because he's such a free spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't see things from the same view. I get what you're saying, Sean, and I can say no. I can. Some of the things you're saying, I mentally in my head, I said no. But at the same time, I don't know. I live in the I don't know. Like I like to have a big multitude of options, and I'm not saying go cheat on me. I'm just saying I'm not gonna freak out. Like I'm just not that type of person.
But I think what Sean is saying is once you finally figure it out, it'll be too late. The damage is done.
What damage?
Whatever it is.
Look. You got to see where I'm coming from. I'm a sex worker. I'm on the internet exposing my body, my freaking inside of my booty hole. Like I am exposing myself. I can't be. I just don't see things. You got to, and I'm happy to do it. It was not something I fell into because I came into hard times. No, I come from a nice middle class lifestyle. My parents are great. You know, they're awesome. They want to take care of me so bad. I don't let them.
This is TV.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do what I'm doing. I just don't. So you got to understand from my view, from someone who wants to do sex work willingly, who's always dreamt of it since kind of 15 years old. Mm-hmm. I see things differently. I just don't see things like that. Like I don't know. To me, physical cheating is not the biggest sin, you know, in a relationship. I don't know exactly what is. I can't exactly tell you. But if I have a problem with my partner, I would just say it.
Okay. I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying when it happens, you'll know what it feels like.
Exactly. And I'll know. And emotions, you know, they're guided. They help guide you. Emotions.
You been cheated on before? Have you been in have
you been hurt before in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been hurt in one relationship, but it was more so to me, that person just exposed me to more life.
I'm starting to think that you really haven't felt.
No, trust me. I felt great emotional pain about a relationship, but it just taught me more about life. I just don't.
How long was the relationship?
It went over a period of I don't know, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years.
Okay. So
but
you got hurt really bad, and so you would now. What I'm hearing is you're numbing yourself because of the pain.
Well,
You're like, all
I
right,
mean,
I'm not gonna feel this
No.
way again.
I could see it as setting yourself.
No.
free
The
from,
person has their own problems, and the person has their own problems they're dealing with. I know that has nothing to do with me. If it does, oh well. They ghosted me. Really, that's what really happened. It was the craziest experience. So it hurt me in a different type of way, like where they just kind of vanished from my life. But so I'm kind of paranoid about that.
It sounds a little disconnected to me now. So it sounds like because you feel like people, and it's just a therapist to me, because you feel like people have that tendency to disappear at one point. You don't want to get as connected because you know that people just
no. But the thing is,
it's a defense mechanism for me.
I get connected with people. You don't understand.
like
I do get connected
than
with
that.
people.
I feel
But
like
the
it's something deeper.
expectation is gone.
Excuse me,
now.
if I start crying, it's because I get emotional.
Of course.
No, it's okay.
I'll probably cry one time on here.
and I'll cry too. I've already cried.
Okay.
This is just naturally how I am. Sometimes when I get into conversation, I will randomly start crying. I'm serious,
It's okay.
but
It's okay. Let's get into it.
yeah, I get connected with people. I definitely do, and I do build relationships. I'm definitely a relationship person. I just don't see life through the same way. And even when that person ghosted me, I wasn't like, I was upset, but I knew what the person was dealing with their own stuff, so I just kind of accepted it. But that really didn't shape my views and relationships. I still go into relationships fully and embrace them. I don't not embrace relationships. I connect with people. Like, I'm in a relationship right now. Actually, I just don't talk about my life like that. I'm in a relationship right now, and it's a great relationship. It works for me. You know what I mean? And it's awesome, and it's the best relationship I've been in my life. I mean, I love this person, but that past relationship just showed me what not to deal with, what not to accept, and the way they kind of dropped off from my life was kind of poetic. But I don't kind of want to go on about this. Yeah, you know. Like, because I'm talking a lot. Oh my god.
No. This is what the show is about. But and here's the thing, and I give you all of that, and I think that all of that is important. But I'm also hearing, I will be lying to say I'm hearing too, like you are kind of just like all of us. Like, we get to a point where we realize niggas ain't shit, so we get kind of so we create these barriers and these walls to kind of justify and protect our hearts and our feelings. And you just have a different way of doing it, and you call it living in the gray. But it's a defense.
But the guy I'm with, he's great. It just, our lives line up. We line up in such a unique way, and that's why I say each relationship is so unique, because the way our relationship lines up, the positions we're in both our lives right now just line up perfectly, and then they'll align. I believe they'll align even more perfectly when it's time. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel great about it. I don't know.
I know exactly where you're at.
What it sounds like to me is that you placed expectations on that other relationship where the guy disappeared. And now you're more free and you're not placing the expectation anymore. Yeah. Because you just want it to flow and you don't want that hurt. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's what it is for me. That's exactly what it is.
Definitely. Yeah. And things like that help you go through a transformative time in your life. So I always look at bad things as the corny saying, it happens for you, not to you. So that's just how I see things. I just don't see things as like, oh my God, it's happening to me. Now I'm angry and I hate everyone. I see that it helped me push me into this other stage. I just don't know how to explain it.
I mean,
I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it does for a period of time, like, it's okay to be angry about something or whatever.
Oh, definitely. I express my emotions, and that's why I feel nothing when I feel happy to cry. And crying to me is just a purging process. It's just what I do. This is something I do on a normal basis. I wake up and I cry sometimes, like, not literally because I'm sad, but like maybe I'll watch something and I'm really emotional in the mornings and I'll start crying. That's just how I am. So,
but I think
this person is not special to me like that, other in the sense of they help push me into a transformative time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but I think what's even more powerful is the fact that, in the beginning of this conversation, everybody had their own kind of ideas and thoughts, and you were saying that, we were so different, but we're all really the same. And this is the beauty of the show, that we sit up here and do this, because it's like, bitch, we can be as strong as we want in our own worlds and be, smart and be from totally different sides of the world. But we all want one thing. We want to be loved. We want to be treated well. We want to feel affection, and that shit does hurt. So you can live in the light, the gray, the black, the dark, but we want to be treated well. We want to be accepted. We want, to feel loved. We want all of those things.
Right.
And I think that, this was an amazing fucking show. And I think that we really
I
got
think
into
so
some
too.
things. And
what I do want to say real quick though is, Miles, like I really do appreciate you opening up. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate that,
for sure.
because that's on some real shit. Like, you did open up.
Yeah, for real. I think people should start thinking twice about their opinions on how everyone is, because like I said, we're all products of our environment, so we can't really be prejudiced to what we see from the outside looking in, because we don't know what they done been through,
Right.
So,
Right.
to make them how they are. So.
And I think, Jelon, I thank you for opening up. Thank you for opening up, Miles. Sean, you brought the therapist out today.
Yes,
today was a legendary show, and I love you guys. Like, bitch, this was everything. We really got into some topics today. So, I think we could wrap it here. We didn't stay within an hour. We did an hour and 30. Better than 3 hours.
I mean, that's close enough. That's close enough. We getting there.
So, you guys know where to find me everywhere at the Armand Wiggins Show. That's me. You guys go ahead and take the floor.
Yeah. Y'all can get at me on Instagram, PR enthusiast at Jelon right here. That's my name. Just follow me. Get at me.
Yes, check me out, Miles Spears on everything. Also, check out my OnlyFans, Miles_is perfect. Support an independent sex content creator. Also, I did create my first video essay on my channel, Miles at the Matrix, where I do kind of social commentary from my higher perspective. And I kind of was talking about, are we really free? And this kind of piece of the puzzle I kind of realized with freedom and what North Korea's role in us believing we're truly free right now. North Korea's existence and why the role of North Korea existing and what that has to do with how it shapes our mind on how we think we're free today, and other things like slavery. Anyways, but yeah, check me out.
What's the name of the channel?
Miles at the Matrix. You could just search Miles Spears and you'll find it. It's my second channel. Okay. But Miles at the Matrix.
And you guys can check me out on Instagram at @IAM_Sean Christopher, same as the name at the bottom. I also work with Color Block Magazine, so be sure to check us out. We'll be putting out a magazine soon, and you can see all my magazine work there as well. So yeah.
Nice.
And let me tell you, let me just talk my shit for a little bit, because it's been a lot, this is the petty me. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that be like hating on my boys, like, bitch, y'all's mad because y'all not up here. This show is the littest show. Like, ain't no other motherfucking boys podcast chat like it on the motherfucking internet. We got bitches mocking, copying, hating, all the shit, bitch. They be talking hella shit. All my niggas is bad. All my niggas is fly, bitch. And y'all hoes is motherfucking mad, bitch. And that's all. That's all Mary had a little lamb, bitch. Okay. The fuck. This show is everything, bitch. And these bum ass bitches is mad because they can't be on this motherfucker.
Period.
But anyway, we'll see y'all next week. All right, for another motherfucking legendary show. Peace out.